playing an ass. Actually, no, what am I saying? It's the other way around. If you're playing Guy, your whole thing is to run around and distract everyone. You just run around and distract everybody, slash, Racing Phoenix run.
Oh, yes, that I found one big thing with free run is that if you can master air combos, like doing combos in the air, you can like take down bosses on your own. So, especially with the kill.
Yeah,
anyone?
I have a, you guys have seen this online, they were talking about Tales of Despair First Strike, and they recently licensed it, right? They actually put it in
Funimation.
Funimation is releasing it as sub, basically.
Ah.
The thing is, how many people in this room actually believe think it's canon, how many do? Because I've seen that argument, they don't think that Tales of Despair First Strike is canon because when it's suddenly Saku again. And with his father issues and angry PMS. And he was basically yelling all through the movie, and they didn't like that. And Yuri forgot his reason. Yuri was lazy.
Yuri was lazy, but he is always lazy.
In the movie, though, he didn't seem... He's always lazy. But mostly fun. But yeah, that's the argument I've been seeing online. So what do you guys think?
One of the things that bugs me the most is that you see Cheryl walking through the background in one scene, and that just breaks it for me. Like, why is Carol here?
Carol hears it, but so many skills. He was all over the world.
He never ages.
Rita didn't age.
Yeah, Rita didn't age.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Rita.
Rita is actually in that. Is breaking space. Hi, Judy.
In First Strike, Rita destroyed the glass.
She just mentions it from that.
And
She mentions an air grenade, which when she first sees is like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, she doesn't react on the destroying glaciers. And in the Despair game, you breathe in, she will explode. Yeah, she will kill you if you think about hurting glaciers. And in the movie, she's like, okay, fine, we'll help you.
I was thinking this is Great, so you, and you.
Yeah, another person, yay.
I'm just gonna go back a bit and talk about races. Yeah, it's practically a really amazing game because even if you don't know that much Japanese, like as long as you have the knowledge, like from watching anime for like years and years, you're bound to pick up some words and everything. Like the plot is incredibly easy to understand. Like and the gameplay is just absolutely amazing. Like specials, the blast calibers are like really easy to execute and everything, much more easier than in Tales of Vesperia. And skits are like full body skits and everything. Like I haven't seen that in a while. And yeah, just like if you're going to buy it, just please support namco Bandai because it's such an amazing game. Since I played the Wii version, I didn't play F because yeah, I bought it like and the day after like yeah, I want to see F. So yeah, Asdol, he's like basically Suzaku.
Yeah.
Suzaku's brother.
Yeah, he even gets his costume.
Yeah, he even gets a downloadable costume.
He has the same voice actor too.
Same voice actor, like practically a Suzaku clone. Sophie, like everybody loves Sophie. She's like the lovable. I don't know. I don't even want to go into spoilers because of that. Pascal, you know, she's like the Joker character of the game and everything. Like even though they have cliche like archetypes for the Tales characters, like they all like executed so magnificently. And like yeah, I'm absolutely gonna tell you that you're gonna love the gameplay. Like after when I finished playing Tales of Graces, I really didn't want to go back to this area because it seems so outdated. So yeah, if you have the chance, just go for it.
Was somebody over here? Right.
Yeah, I just had a question about Tales of Symphonia. This was something that's confused me. It's the people with the the rainbow wings, they get them from Crucius crystals, right?
I think so.
The people, they're half elves, human, whatever. They have these wings from Crucius crystals. Lloyd's X-Sphere is a basically awesome Crucius crystal, and he gets awesome wings. When you go to Welgaia, there are other angels that have feather wings. And I'm wondering, are they a different race? Or they seem to lump them in with the whole Crucius thing, but their wings are... And they're mindless, you know, like they're sort of autonomous.
Those I think are almost like bred to be mindless and unconscious. I don't know.
So almost like a different race.
That was also bugging me too, because like I'm into like roleplay and like I wanted to know like more about like angels and creatures. I mean like the fact that Lloyd, who doesn't have a creature so was not like chosen, was able to do that. Right? I think it really is like a race thing, where because of the fact that Kratos was his father, and it also begs the question, why would Kratos live that long by choice, especially after Anna died? Like would he not have the willpower to just end his life there, right? So I think it really is, and because the children are born with those creatures crystals, you can't even call those creatures crystals as spirits because they're born with them, the children. So I'm thinking that this is actually a different sort of race, and then through environmental factors, like they become like higher classes of angels, like how they say, oh, you look like you're a low class angel, or you look like I am. So I think like there is a level that you reach to, but it's only specific people with specific mana signatures.
I'm going to disagree with you on being born with a crystal in your head. That is bullshit.
No, that wasn't.
No, they say it. They say, she says they say I was born with that in my hand, but I'm betting that's just legend and rumor to me.
But it might, no, they,
Remiel.
Sarah, come sit up here, you should be. A little white and stuff.
So, then you.
Okay, going back to First Strike, you complained about the characterization.
Like
17! What were you like at 17? Were you whiny and bitchy and lazy, or were you sullen and morose and whatever? You could be either way, and then the actual game starts 3 years later, and consider how much character development happens in 1 year in that world. There's bound to be a lot of change.
The trouble with that is that fans don't really assume that. They go into something, like even if it's a side story, expecting to see the same character. They don't go in going, oh yeah, they probably developed over that time, but we're not shown that. Well, no, you want to see the character that you know and love.
Or at least for that.
Yeah, or have some sort of semblance of, like, I remember watching it and going, why are Yuri and Flynn always fighting? They're all like constantly bitching at each other. Aren't they supposed to be really close friends?
Actually, if you look at the drama CDs, which I know you, the first time they meet, it's Flynn doesn't even remember Yuri. Oh what? Yeah, you explain this next time. Why Flynn and Yuri? Yes, yes. First they were friends, kind of.
Shit. You guys see me? Oh, thanks.
My thing was just back to the Tales of Symphonia Wing argument. My understanding of the whole thing is the Angelus project is an entirely separate thing that was developed to the idea of Martel. The idea was to give it to Mythos, like so that Mythos would be the ultimate being because they do the things in layers. Everyone else uses the Crucius crystal to develop into an angel. They were going to give him an even better one, which is like a big present thing. And then as far as like the levels of angel that they were talking about, there's the Zion level, which is just half elf, and then the angels level of Gaia, who, as far as I understand, are like the descendants of the half elves that Mythos originally saved. Because Mythos brought some of them to Darius Carlon, and then there were the exiles on Exile. Exiles on Exile. Anyway, so as far like I figure they are from like the earlier testing. Like the Crucius crystals and stuff like that, so they're descendants because they've had it for like 2,000 years. Well, 4,000 years because that was. So I'm guessing it's probably like that, and that's why they have physical wings, whereas the people who are just 4,000 years old and are just using it for some kind of evolve, you wouldn't like evolve.
Somebody at the back.
Well, since we're talking about Tales, I just really think I have to bring this up. How do we all feel about Namco treating us like beta testers? Because I've heard so many people talking about, like, you know, I played Vesperia for the 360, but not for the PS3. I played Tales of Graces, but not F. So, you know, how do you all feel about that?
I'm gonna burn their HQ.
Well, see, because the thing is, in in Japan when they did this, there's a lot of people who actually like posted pictures of them breaking their DVDs, like for Vesperia. When they announced that the PS3 version was coming out, everyone was like, well, screw Namco, I'm going to break my DVD and I'm going to buy the PS3 version anyway.
To be honest, you have to be pretty dumb to buy a game for one console. You buy a single console for one game.
For one, it's because in Japan, the PS3 is outselling the 360 by around 10 to 1. It's ridiculous just how much better it's selling there. The reason the game was a 360 exclusive in the first place was mostly because Microsoft paid for a year of exclusivity. They funded the budget and all that. So
apparently it's longer than that.
It sold 100,000 copies in Japan. It sold about 200,000 on 360 here. The PS3 version sold about 500,000. Now over here, the 360 is beating the PS. I'm not sure what the exact numbers. I know it used to be 2 to 1. It's probably a lot less than that now. But
pretty sure the PS3 version.
Release it here, they would maybe sell 100,000 copies at best. And the other issue is there is so much extra voice acting in the PS. There's almost 2.5 times the voice acting. They'd have to dub all of that. The only sensible way to do it.
Some of the voice actors have done some of it.
They did, but they canceled the project last second. They realized how much it would be. But that leads to another market question. Who here would buy the game anyway if they didn't dub it, they just did a text translation?
I would.
I made that point on the Facebook page of them, and I got ridiculed because people were like, no, it's not going to sell if you don't give the voice acting. I was like, I don't care. If I had my way, I would have subtitles the entire game, and I'd listen to it all in Japanese.
I played Japanese versions.
And in that way, it's, you're only paying for the text translation.
Even if it sells less, it costs less.
Exactly. You're making it stronger.
I was just gonna add to what he was saying. Just because I know some people don't like it because they changed it after the original version, but the newer versions of Fantasia, where they've edited the final battle so that Dallas has an angel form. Dallas's wings are physical feathers, so that would kind of work in a way. And he refers to the people on here come on as his people, so he's part of that race almost. And that was just a small point.
Actually, going back to character development in Symphonia, I really liked how you start off with your first little cardinal experiences with Forcistus. And at first he's just a dick to you, for all you know. But then once you find out what he's gone through, that he's gone through a war fighting for half-elves, and in the end he was like a hero to the half-elves. And when Kratos explained this to Lloyd really, I found that Lloyd really grew up from that. He started to realize, wait a second, he's 17, so he's all, okay, this is what I see, but he starts to realize there's two sides to things, that sometimes when I see something one way, to the other side, everything's different, and I find those little moments really, really powerful.
Sorry, I just have to add to that also. I love Fantasia so much. And that's one of the things I love, is at the very end of the game, it's almost like as soon as Dallas is dead, instant remorse for the entire party. Because Cress's mission for the entire game is just kill Dallas, kill Dallas, kill Dallas. But then once he learns the point of view of Dallas, he sees that Dallas was basically doing the exact same thing Cress was doing, trying to save his race by bringing the tree back to life. It's just instantly seeing it from that point of view, and I love that even the title of the song for the battle is "Who is Good or Evil," because really it's just a different perspective.
There is a fan site that is translating it all, and you can have a program to change all the text from Japanese into English.
You have to have a non-updated firmware though. Yeah. That's the problem. They've been translating that in a non-updated firmware, and they have a crack that works for it, but as soon as PS3, well after that online fiasco, they've automatically updated it, nobody can't do it.
If anybody wants, I know how to get around this. If anybody wants help, I'll give you an email later. I don't mind helping you guys with technical stuff. I know how to do it, and it's really helpful if you don't know how to do it.
On that
Get through
topic,
it.
actually.
There's a lot of stuff you can do if you know how to get around the system.
Just as a note, our friend is actually part of the translation group who's doing Vesperia, and she said that they're only doing Like they're not part of the actual translation. I think she said that they have someone.
Yeah, the technical aspects.
So they're doing the translation first, and then they're gonna do the firmware part of it to make it work.
Okay, because as far as I knew from going to that site, they had stated that it was a certain firmware that they were using for their test, and then